guys, this is Wonderby Trading and we're carrying on with our weekly Bitcoin and Ethereum price analysis. Straight away we go into the content, and in front of you can see the 4 different BTC charts. As usual, the top left is the BTC Futures, the top right is the BTC Domains, and the 2 at the bottom are price charts of BTC to dollar from different exchanges. One on the left is Bitstamp, the one on the right is Binance. So let's see the weekly charts. The previous week closed in a very nice candle, which is a reversal candle, and what we expect during this week is some kind of retracement after a nice and steady increase in the price. This is not only on the BTC Futures but also on the spot markets. As you can see, both on the Bitstamp and on Binance exchange, they have a very similar doji candle. In terms of the BTC dominance, the overall idea was that for the past 4 or 5 weeks, even a little bit more, the dominance of Bitcoin was decreasing and broke below the 50 MA and is currently retesting it. So let's put all our drawings on the graphs and go into the BTC Futures and go straight to the daily charts. So on the daily, what you can see here is obviously this gap which was formed. We can put it on the 4-hour chart and this will be very accurate in terms of the start and the end point. This is the new gap. As always, there is a 75% chance that this gap is going to be filled during this week. So after a short retracement of the price, we're hoping that it's going to go up and close this gap. If not, then we're just going to forget about this. Going back to the daily, what else can we see here is that this reversal that just started is actually what we were aiming for at the end of the week. So you can see that the previous 3 days were actually closing at the same height, around 10,500. This was a very strong level of resistance, and this will last 3 working days. So it's Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. We're roughly at the same level, rebouncing back all the time. During the weekends we had this breakdown, and now the Bitcoin futures are trading at around 9,700. So what to expect from here is that we can put the Fibonacci retracement to determine whether we're gonna go down towards 200 MA, and this actually looks very likely. So this retracement to the level of 9,200 will be a nice retracement. It will still signal a very healthy growth, and at the same time this will be at the area of the 200 moving average support and the 38% Fibonacci retracement. This is also the bottom of that triangle that we had during the September and August, and this is exactly the bottom over here, so I'll just put it on the graph. If we go to the 4-hour chart, a very similar idea is that in the nearest future what we probably should expect is retest of 50 MA, maybe a week to close this particular gap, and then a continuation towards the level of support at around 9,200. Let's go to the BTC dominance chart. Starts from the daily as usual, and everything here, if you look in our previous reviews, you can see that everything was going in accordance to plan. So what we saw here was the death cross. We went back into the channel, we retested that channel. Now we go into the upper part, so we retesting this previous support as a resistance right now. We saw a very nice move of altcoins. That is exactly why the BTC dominance was dropping. Even though the Bitcoin itself was growing, the altcoins were growing in a much faster rate. And you can see how active the market was during the previous weeks. You can see the increase in volume. Let's go to the Bitstamp price chart. So what was happening here? The previous review last Monday, we're expecting the price to go even higher towards the area of 10,800 at least. We didn't make it fully, so there's still well, around 3% to go there. Now we started the retracement. The retracement is, well, the candles at least in this retracement looks very bearish. However, the volume does not support that totally, so we didn't even go above the 200 moving average in terms of the volume. So what we're expecting over here is another check of the area of 9,300. Just a reminder that this was the bottom of a triangle in July, August and September. This will be a nice retracement. At the same time, we can put the Fibonacci retracement tool from the very bottom, or actually from the impulse wave over here. This will be much more appropriate when we started this growth. This will be 38%, so just below 38% of Fibonacci retracement. At the same time, we're actually experiencing the golden cross, which is about to come. So the 50 MA is gonna cross up the 200 MA, and this is a nice and very strong bull signal. So we're gonna drop those lines because we don't need them anymore. And in the nearest future, if we go to the 4-hour chart, but we'll do this on Binance because we're trading on Binance Exchange, what to expect from here is, again, at least the check of 200 MA. This will be the first major stop, the first turning point. At the same time, we can see that there is a support level of 9,450. This will be a nice level to check, and probably the price would go up to the previous point of support, which has now become resistance, so around here, 9,700. And then there's higher probability that we're going to carry on with the downward movement. The potential target and the level of support will be around 8,200, but this strongly depends on how the week actually going to develop and what's going to happen throughout the week, especially Wednesday, Thursday, around this time. Let's go to the Ethereum, because Ethereum performed extremely well during the previous weeks. We had an amazing growth over here. The golden cross actually already happened on the 15th of February. You can see that 50 MA crossed above the 200 MA. Drawing the Fibonacci retracement, which is already here in place, we can see that we are currently below the 23% Fibonacci retracement, and I believe the next vital stop will be around 38%, because this is the upper part of that upward channel. So speaking about the retracement, what we expect is that we're gonna hit the 38% retracement, Fibonacci retracement, at around $220. And then we can still go even below this, but this will totally depend how the bulls will act in this area. So this will be the crucial area to analyze whether we're actually experiencing the further growth of Ethereum to make a new high, or actually the same high to make a double top, or we're gonna go down for the retracement at around $200, and this will be a nice entry point for the future growth. Currently at the daily price chart, we don't see any divergence between the RSI and the price. On the 4-hour, however, there was a much clearer picture. So we had this cross, and at the same time the divergence between the RSI and the price. You can clearly see it over here. So for the short term, we expect the all the markets, all the altcoins and the Bitcoin to retrace back, at least to the 38% of Fibonacci retracement based on the last impulse. And then there will be a crucial point on the market to decide whether we carry on with the growth or we need a little bit more of a cool down. That was it for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned with our YouTube channel and subscribe to it. Press the like button and at the same time subscribe to our Telegram channel to stay tuned with the daily reviews. And best of luck with your trading.